What's going on, everybody? I'm Kevin from Cigar Prop. I just got home from work, so this is my work. I wear my work uniform over this. Whatever, you don't need to know that. I just finished up putting all the furring strips on the wall for the walk-in cigar humidor. As you can see, I've got them on the ceiling, I've got them on the corners, and I've got them. I wanted to stay away from the outlets. That's why they are spaced out further from the outlets. Thank you to everybody that commented on the outlets. I think we've got a good game plan for those. So I appreciate all the heads up. So what we did was we attached all of these to the walls. I marked all the studs where they were at, put them up there, and then I used my 18 gauge brad nailer, and I nailed everything all the way around. In there, you can see where the door opening is. You know, I've got all the way around there. I've got in the corner. So, and then the one thing that I did also do, along with nailing them into the walls, each strip also has, well, all the middle strips also have 4 screws, you know, holding them in, you know, top and bottom and middle. Now you're probably wondering why, if you've got them all nailed into the wall, why would you have to put screws in? And also we took them all the way to the floor, leaving a gap at the top. Who cares about that gap? The planks are going to go all the way across. So you got to remember, these planks are 3/4 inches thick. They're going to be 8 feet long. So when I put them on the walls, so you need a way to keep these wooden stakes from coming off the wall. I put them on the ground so the shelves will be pulling down on these. These don't have anywhere to go because they're resting against the concrete. So that protects the downward force. You also got to remember, you know, I don't know how wide my shelves are going to be. 12, 18, 24 inches. We may do different ones on different sides. I need to resist the force of the shelves pulling them this way. So we've got the downward force and the outward force. So if we just nail them to the wall, we've accomplished the downward force. There's nowhere that those shelves are going to go downwards, but just being nailed into the wall, they could come outward. That's why we screwed them into the walls. So as the shell, or as the wooden planks are here, you know, pressing down and pulling out, we can't, you know, we won't have any of that. And then being 3/4 inches thick, in theory, I should be able to mount my uprights for my shelves anywhere on those. I will try and hit these spots as well. But if I don't, I should be able to, like I said, just hit it anywhere, because the same with the planks going across. I will use my brad nailer and nail them in everywhere. And then I will go in afterwards where my shelves are going to be at, you know, once we figure that out. And then I will put screws through the planks into the wood in here to help with that as well on the planks to resist that force coming out. So that's one thing you gotta just keep in mind if you're building your own walk-in humidor. If you're converting a closet, the one thing I didn't mention before that everywhere on here, so the entire lounge has just regular drywall in it. We knew we were doing a walk-in humidor, so everything in here is green board. So it's for moisture. I didn't want to hang Durarock in here. Not pain in the butt, but I just didn't want to do it. So we did put moisture resistant green board up in here. If you're converting your own closet, should you tear out the drywall and put green board in? Yes, you should. Do you have to? I don't think you do. I think if you follow me in the rest of what we're going to do here, especially with the plastic wrap, I think you'll be safe by not doing that. You do want to paint. So I have 2 coats of the mold and mildew primer on here. It is gray. I had Home Depot arguing with me again. This is the third time they've argued with me on tinting primer. Yes, you can get your primer tinted. I put the first coat of white up, and I needed to make sure that everything was coated. So my second coat, I had them tinted gray. So I just put gray primer, you know, gray primer up. I can see if I missed any spots. Makes sense. So this weekend, what I'll do, the next project is painting all of these. So this will get another coat of primer, ceiling and walls, encapsulating this wood. And then this pretty porous stuff. So we'll probably end up just go ahead and putting a second coat just on the wood. So the walls will have 3 coats of the mold and mildew primer. The wood will have 2 coats. So that's the goal, is to keep moisture in the planks. This isn't a plank. This is just one I was using because it's 3/4 inch for that outlet. So to keep that moisture here, never going through anything else. But if it happens to get through the plastic wrap that I'm going to put in here, it cannot grow on anything because of the mold and mildew primer. It is guaranteed for like 7 years. I don't know anything about after that, you know, whether, you know, what happens, but I think I'll be fine. So that's where we're at now. So we got all the strips up. Oh, the one thing, if you're doing it, so the way I have these strips, obviously you always have a stud in the corner. That's what, you know, and how they put the walls together. You're only going to be able to hit one of the studs. So pick one of these because they overlap. So I was able to nail in one side, you know, shoot it in the corner. And then all I did with this was I used construction adhesive and I glued this one to the wall. And then I kind of shot some brad nails in the corner just to hit it. These corner pieces, they're not structural. Like you said, you know, so I mean there's not going to be any force on them. You know, my shelves are going to be coming out wherever, here and here. So I'll just be able, I needed a second one in there just so I can shoot some brads in the planks just to keep them, you know, just to keep them attached to the wall. There won't be, and then you know, if anything, I can run a small screw in there. But yeah, these aren't really structural, so I didn't even put any screws in any of the corner ones. Those are just nailed into the wall. Oh, it reminds me, I didn't put any screws in the ceiling. So, but then again, on the ceiling, there's not going to be a lot of pressure coming down because I'm going to hang the ceiling first, and then I'm going to do the walls going up. So those pieces, you know, so the ceiling will be all like this. So on the ends, as I'm building the walls up, it'll actually butt up against. So it'll actually hold it, you know, hold it down. So any weight of all that wood, you know, it won't bow. So I probably don't even need to put any screws in the ceiling because, like I said, that the walls will be hanging up there. So yeah, so there's where we're at so far. Day 2 of the build. So yeah, so this weekend is getting all the primer, everything on here. So this will be hopefully by the end of the weekend, 100% primered and ready for next weekend's task as it is running all the plastic. I still got to do the outlets first, you know, bring them out and then put all the plastic up, and then still figuring out, you know, how I'm going to do I'll have to have some fancy wood here. I still got to cut the hole out for the exhaust fan. So I got to think about that as well before I put the plastic up. So that's why I like doing some of these videos. Some of these, you know, are helping you if you're going to build your own, but they're also helping me talk my way through this. And then, you know, like with the outlets, you know, if you see anything that I should be doing or have any thoughts, definitely leave a comment on whatever platform you're watching this on. And yeah, super excited. We're getting closer. My goal is to have this done by December 31st, so the end of the year. So all right, cats and kittens, catch you later.